into place by giving them self-assessment instrument. If you want to operate a training institution, we give you a self-assessment instrument. You tell us what you have, what you can do, what your financial standing is, and then we now assess you on those things. But not just look at what you do. We physically inspect your facilities. And the lead body, registration and accreditation lead body, which is legally constituted, not by NTA, but by the Act, comprises of a chairman. Thank God I have the chair lady and the vice chairman here. They were able to give you an insight of what the lead body does, but it's basically to scrutinize all documents presented by training providers. You call them training institutions or training centers. Training providers, those who aspire, individuals who aspire to become trainers, individuals who aspire to become assessors or verifiers, go through that process of rigorous interview before being certificated. So it's not NTA judge and jury. It's a legally constituted body, private body, that goes through these processes, and then if they are satisfied, they now recommend that you be licensed. The process and procedure for accreditation, registration and accreditation, I have just explained how you take the self-assessment instruments, you present them, and then you are pushed into all these areas. Now, the qualification in the sectors, key sectors of the economy at the NTA have realized that a lot of foreign courses vary, timelines vary for diplomas, some 3 months, ridiculous, some 6 months, some 9 months. And we thought it fitting that there must be standardization, harmonization of those diploma courses for a specified period. It is unacceptable that you pay your money to go and do a diploma course for 3 months and you are certified. In 3 months, there is nobody, I think, who can stand up and beat his or her chest and say, I have fully mastered what I have done to earn a diploma. So you must, we have put our foot down. A lot of courses harmonize for a specified period of time. 9 months diploma, 9 months diploma course. It must be 9 months, minimum 9 months. Now, the curriculum developed from the standards have all got from occupational, priority occupational skills, and as you can see, all those areas, which are many, standards and curriculum have been developed in all these occupational areas, including key skills. Assessment and certification. This is a very, very wide area. Very, very wide area. We all know the end result, but how do we get there? I have completed my course. Now I am going to be assessed and certified. I am master. No. What is the process? What is the process, and what is looked for in that process? Industrial training. See, students go for attachment courses. It is not after the attachment they are the certificate. No, they must go through an assessment process to ascertain whether they have been competent in the specific areas of their attachment, specific trade areas. But Mr. Mane, who is the assessment and certification specialist, is here with me. He will be able to elaborate more on it. Apprenticeship training program. Some of you might have seen in some of the entrances of garages and workshops, wayside garages and workshops, NTA GAM jobs, or Ministry of Trade, Industry and Employment. Yes, there was a program under the GAM jobs initiative, which NTA ran the component for apprenticeship and industrial training, where 36 mastercraft persons were identified. with 107 apprentices who, from 2010, will be completing a 3-year cycle.
The Standard Development Unit is one of the main components of the authority, because what we do is to come up with a standardized occupational standards for all the occupation in the Gambia. That's our intention. But then what is happening now is, you know, we have a lot of occupation in the Gambia. So what we bank on is we prioritize the needs, we prioritize according to the demand of the Gambian economy. So most of these areas that Mr. Sonobi highlighted are all part of that prioritization. The standard at NTA, in our quality assurance mechanism, we look at it as a quality that is fit for a purpose. So the standard that we formulate, we make sure is also fit for a purpose, and that is for the Gambian purpose. We are not neglecting the international ones. We look at them. But basically what we do is we form a panel. All the occupational panels have got, all the occupations have got a panel. This panel, their main function is to look at the skill issues of the occupation. We don't have any, we don't have any authority. What we do in my office is to make sure we give them benchmark standards internationally, and we give it to these panel members. The panel members look at it, and when we meet, they give us their feedback. They are the one who rejects, they are the one who selects.
But our maths program includes not just number. If you go into most of the other primary schools, it's number and number and number and number. But we have number, we have measure, we have shapes, we have data. All those things help. You know, he is now talking about millimeters and whatever. That comes under measure. Now, shapes too are important. And data, the statistics of it, they are all important. Now, he mentioned about skills in electrical, what was it you said? Electrical installation. Now, from these basic skills you do in your mathematics, later on you go on, you ought to be doing science too. Now, and it's a general form of science. We have that syllabus in our school. It is not just agriculture and gardening and I don't know what, but you need the physical science to help you. Now, children in my grade 5, they know about an electric circuit. They know that you can connect this to a battery when it's open and it's closed, this and that. They know all that. Now, that is a good basis for you. Those people who want to do electrical installations and so on, they need a little bit of that background. And later on, they can go on to some other physical science, physics, where you do electricity in physics.
Now it's day 6 in the 6th edition of the GCCI Trade Fair, and today you're talking about standards in education, raising its profile to ensure that businesses become more vibrant. What is the greater objective?
The main objective, Abdul, is to get our businesses. First of all, what NTA is saying is they regulate the institutions that train our workforce. And if you look at the theme for this year's trade fair, it's more opportunities for business enterprises, more jobs. So therefore, we must bridge the gap. And the way the gap is bridged is for the private sector to be able to dictate how the training institutions prepare their curriculum, because it has to be relevant with what they want. If the service providers are training at random, and when those people finish their courses, they are not employed because the skills they have does not match what the private sector wants, which is the other biggest employer apart from government. It creates issues. And then we have a lot of unemployment and also a lot of gaps in the institution. So what we are saying now is for us to come together. And luckily, GCCI has always been a partner with the National Training Authority. We are a member of the board. and also we are sharing